everybody, welcome back to the dumbest modeling channel on all of YouTube, Pitstain Hobbies. We're back on the Ecto today, issue 8. Look at that. There we go, stage 23, 24, 25, and 26. Look, I can read numbers. I count scissors. Okay, as always, Ian Screwed Up stickers are right here. If I call something a something instead of a something, or whatever, or I just screw up, or you have a great tip or trick, or just life advice for me not being such an idiot, share it below in the comments, right down there. And then you could just email, like and subscribe, of course, but email me and I will send you a free Pitstain Hobbies sticker. They're starting to multiply. Sticker Mule just keeps sending me the same deal. It's like another 50 stickers for 20 bucks. Okay, great. Yeah, my channel's almost made up the money in 4 months for how much I've spent on stickers and fridge magnets as well. So let's get into this. Let's whip out stage 23. Let's see what we got here. These are, now this is when you're like, that was worth the money this month. That was really, some months they're just little bits and pieces and things, and other times you get massive, massive parts like this. I'm going to put this aside because I'm using the online instructions, plus I'm using the myecto1.com website. My good friend Todd is the proprietor of said website. He builds a ton of partworks, and he does some mods as well, but he gives you tips and tricks on how to do things without screwing up like I do. And even with his tips and tricks, he's still, well, he's not surprised anymore how much I can still manage to screw things up. If there was a, oh no, I'm not going to get into the pooch jokes. That would just be weird. I have dogs upstairs. No, no, no. There we go. Okay. Oh, come on. Remember, carefuling with the plastic. Look at that. That's going to make some nice arboretum windows for my Enterprise refit model that I'm very, very, very slowly building. This is a pressure relief. I love these partworks because it's kind of like Gundams. They just kind of go together. And it's very satisfying, and they really don't need too much modeling skill if you're just going to build them straight out of the box. And that's mostly, no, I'm lying. This thing is definitely going to get some mods. We actually have one sitting right here for stage. We'll show you that later when we get to it. But everyone knows the Mike Lane yellow, and if you don't, MikeLaneMods.com. They have some great stuff. Let's take out these little parts. We've got all our bits. And let's see how this works. Let me scrolling. Okay. We got to put some little shock absorbers. That's a shock absorber. I mean, yeah, I guess in 1959 that was, the standards for calling something a shock absorber were clearly much lower back then. I mean, the thing rode like a Cadillac, so clearly they worked. And yeah, we're just going to get these, screwed it onto here with a couple AP screws, and we will be right back. Okay, there we go. So these shock absorbers, they should angle away from the bracket a little bit, and they should still be able to move. You know, mine are snug, but freely move, because we're going to need to wiggle them around later. A couple JP screws in the back here to hold this bracket onto this big chunk of metal. And then we're going to get our fender liners. There we go. Don't want to screw that up. Okay, so we got a flipper this way. Okay, and we got 2 of these. Are they identical? Oh no, left. There's an L. Oh, come on, focus. There's the little L. So we're gonna get those on there, and this looks like a job for Mr. 3-in-1 oil coming up. The other reason to have these, the other reason for these to move is so you can lay them down flat here. So when you put this piece down to screw it down, you're not going to snap them. Okay, very important. So we're going to get some screws in here. Do not forget your handy dandy 3-in-1 oil. I got to get a new dispenser. This thing kind of, I don't know. It worked great for the DeLorean, and then I don't know. It just started meh. Wasn't so fantastic after that. Either way, we'll be right back. And with the magic of YouTube, our fender liners are in. Nice and easy, 3 DM screws on each side. Again, the 3-in-1 oil. You know, the more I build of this thing, the happier I am that Fanhome saved the model for all of us. This is just, look at this. This is a 3-foot cutting mat. Look at that. This thing is ginormous. I mean, I know all part works are kind of ginormous. They're, 8th scale for the most part, as far as the vehicles go. But man, okay. Oh my God. Okay, I'm getting excited. Let's see, is that it? Oh no. Okay, so now we're going to put this heavy metal on this other piece of massively heavy metal, and it looks like we got to get 6 LM screws in there. Okay, I will not bore you with that process, but it involves me lubing my tip in there. Not the screw tip. Get your mind out of the gutters, everybody. All right, be right back. Okay, I may not be the best looking or the funniest YouTuber out there, but let me tell you, I'm also not the smartest. If you remember, we turned the car upside down and we busted up our steering gearbox. I fixed it with the Idiot's Guide to Repairing Boo-Boos, which is crazy glue in the screw holes. But now we got to flip this thing over again. Let's get this little chassis member. Member. He said member. Member. Okay. Out of the health class for Beavis and Butthead. We're using an RC car stand. We found the center of gravity. Okay. I'm very aware of gravity. I use a lot of it on this planet. There we go. Bump. Okay, we need something to support the back of the chassis. Something about the... Oh, we got it. The Adam Savage glue that he uses on Tested. Okay, well done. This stuff did well in the shootout, the glue shootout. I should do a new glue shootout. I just got some of this super expensive crap. And some of this... Oh, well, this is good stuff. And some of this super expensive, horrible stuff. Ugh, Tester's glue. I thought this was their, plastic welding glue. It is not. It is their limonene. It's whatever. It's supposed to be non-toxic glue. Who wants that? No smell, no fumes. We want fumes here. Geez, come on. We have to work for a living. At least give us fumes. Sorry about that. Okay, so now we're gonna get these shock absorbers standing at attention. Hello, ladies. There we go. And we're gonna lay this. There we go. That fits quite nicely. Okay, we've got the body mounts. Those are body mounts. The body on frame. I knew something for once at least. Okay, I'm definitely not the smartest, but I hope I'm not the dumbest. But you're watching me, so what does that say about you if I'm the dumbest? I don't know. I'm kidding. Okay, and then make sure to not screw up. I'm looking at Todd's website here, so we want to make sure we don't pinch our little brake lines. These are not brake lines. This is a stretch of calling these brake lines, but you're never going to really see them. Otherwise, I would do something with some solid conductor copper. I don't know. We could come up with mods all day to make our lives harder, which I'm already good at doing without adding to it. Okay, and and the lines in place, and that, oh, Jesus. Well, we got to flip it back over again, because the screws go in through that way. Let me see here. Oh, yeah, they all go in from the other side. Well, so much for putting this thing on a stand. All right, we'll be right back. Okay, we screwed everything in without screwing anything up for a change. There we go. Oh, my. I just want to... Holy moly. Damn, that thing is... Oh, it's heavy. It's very heavy. By the way, you don't really need to... once you get the bottom chassis part on there, once you lay it down, it just kind of... It holds itself in place pretty well, so you don't have to worry about fadaddling with your hands underneath. Next up is... we got stage 24. Another big package of parts. Okay. Anyone ever think sometimes your partworks shipping box is just way huge? Like it's way bigger than it needs to be? I don't know. Raise your hands in the comments if you think so. Let's see. Oh, the screws are all in the parts pack because I didn't see any in the bag. And here we have the front wheel liner, wheel well liner, a fender liner, whatever you want to call it. There. Wow, those are okay. Big. Let's see here. Got two of those. These are both plastic. everything in this stage is plastic. That's fine. If everything was... Oh, there's a radiator cap hiding down here. Don't lose that. I don't know where it was supposed... It was probably supposed to be, like, in there or something. And then, was there anything supposed to be in there? Who knows? Let's just get these out of here. All these little screws. Get those on the workbench. We got a little hose for the radiator cap, some more screws, and some radiator. Great. Okay, and no more parts in the tray. My pile of empty parts trays is growing quickly with this issue of parts. And these fellas look like they just kind of, they're going to, or I'm an idiot. Yeah, there we go. They're going to go, generally, son of a, wait a second. Okay, we got two different ones. This one goes here. Yes. And this one goes here. They probably say left and right on them, but since I'm occasionally illiterate or just lazy, do these have an L or an R? No, they're just, I guess they're just so obviously only fitting in one way, they don't need to identify it with letters. So we're gonna bolt those suckers down with some multiple screws. Yeah, got a couple difference, you know, and don't forget your oil. So let me get these screwed in and I'll be returning momentarily. Okay, fender liners are screwed in. 2 DM screws at the front, 1 NM screw over here, and 1 CM screw over here. Same thing, CM, NM, and DM. 3 different screws for one part. Why? I don't, reasons. we don't question things like that anymore. Now we got to throw together the radiator. So we're going to take the big part of the radiator, and we're going to take the flat top right here, and we're gonna put the hole facing backwards, and shove her in there, and yeah, it looks like a radiator. And we gotta get some screws. Text messages during filming. Damn you, woman! It's probably not. I think it's my in-laws. I hate group texts. I don't want to be involved in the group text. I don't care. I mean, it's not that I don't care about. Forget it. You know what I mean. Okay, I'm gonna get some screws into this, and we'll be right back. Okay, well, the text messages are going to keep coming through because something funny. Living with my wife is like living in a sitcom. It's like an episode of Seinfeld. She was outside. We live in Georgia. There's bugs. She's been seeing a lot of spider webs and stuff around the property because it's spider season in Georgia. I didn't know we had a spider season when we moved here. Whatever. Dear God, people. I should just put my phone aside. Either way, she's like, I felt something on me and I ripped off all my clothes screaming. Most men hear that to be like, there's an unclothed woman upstairs? I'm heading up. Well, when you're married, you know, I just reply back, ha, 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 because that's really all I can do anymore. There's no point. We're going to put our radiator cap on. If you have funny wife stories, please share them below. Girlfriend, spouse, anything, husband, whatever. I think most of my viewers are older men. Okay, we got our little radiator cap just pushed on there and a little hose plugged in there. And, okay, that's it for 24. I swear to God, my life is a friggin', oh, it's a comedy upstairs. It's hilarious, okay? There's long stretches of boredom followed by moments of exasperating hilarity. Okay, we'll be right back with stage 25. Well, screw right back here. I'll just click the link on Todd's website and pull the parts out right now, because I'm on a rip now. That's 26, you idiot. That's 25. That's more like it. Well, you know, they all look alike. The issues, the baggies. There we go. And then my wife, she probably did not have a bug on her, by the way. One time she came home from a board meeting at the what do you call it? What is it, the beach club? We're nowhere near the coast. It's a pool. They have a pool and a tennis court. They call it a beach club. She was back from a board meeting, and she walked into the house, and I'm sitting in my lazy boy, and I look up at her, and I see the tag hanging off of her shirt. She went out with the tag on a piece of clothing, and I just pointed at her, and I went, ha ha. She thought there was a bug on her and stripped naked in the living room practically. It was freaking hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing. No, I'm not posting the video, you sickos. Get your own crazy wife who's scared of bugs. Okay. Oh dear. Yeah, it was fun. Okay, we're gonna start. Ooh, more metal! Yay! And we got to put some little things on the thing, and we'll be right back with, I think the thing. No, the thing goes this way. Tabs up. See those little tabs? Tabs up, and then these fellas go right there, and somewhere, and right there. And then then a couple screws, a couple DM screws. So we're gonna get those in. We'll return shortly. Oh boy, I almost peed myself laughing before. That happens more frequently when you get older. We've got those things bolted. Focus, you son of a diddly. There we go. Everything's black. It's hard to focus. We got those bolted in. We have this junction box thingy, doohickey. It has a pin. It only goes on one way. And then we're gonna put a little screw in the back of that, and a couple other little fiddly bits. We'll be returning momentarily. Well, if it wasn't text messages, it's barking dogs. I don't know if you could hear that or not, but we're gonna get some of these. So here's that thing bolted in there. This looks to be actually the front core support and the some sort of shrouds here to go on either side of the radiator. So we're gonna get this bolted on here with a couple screws, and we're going to do the same on the other side, and we will return. Hopefully my dog will stop freaking out by then. All right, well, see you in a sec. Okay, we've got to assemble a couple of horns. So just so everyone knows how this goes, there's a couple locating pins, and they line up and go in like that. And then we're going to take a bracket, bric-a-brac, and we're gonna put, the bracket has a pin in the back of it, and that fits in that little, sorry, the bracket, see, has the pin in there. There's that little hole, and you're gonna just get those two sandwiched together. They're a little fiddly to hold together. If you got sausage fingers like I do, or you didn't get the stupid pins in the hole, there we go. That's better. Okay, well, I'm gonna get this together. I will return in a sec. Well, we got our little horns bolted in. They're a little fiddly. Now I got to flip this feller over and install our radiator. Ooh, fancy schmancy. No locating pins or anything. You just line her up and bolt her down. I don't know why there's two extra. Oh, that's what those holes were for. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and bolt down our radiator with 4 DP screws. There we go. And 4. Always an extra screw. It's kind of weird, they give you the extra screw as like a nice courtesy in case you launch one across the room like Butterfingers over here will. But when you're done with like a stage, you're like, oh, did I get all the screws in? Because sometimes they give you 2 extras, and then you're like, wait a second. That's an extra. Why is there an extra? I'm not quite sure. But yeah, whatever. It happens. Okay, I'm going to finish getting this thing screwed down and return shortly. Okay, so I'm not the only one who thought the horns were tricky. At the end of Todd's synopsis of this stage, he said the horns were a little tricky to get correct. You get aligned correctly. So there's our core support and radiator and horns. And that little hose, and we got another little hose in this part, and that goes right into the side nipple on this, on the generator, not the alternator. And there we are. So that's it for 25. We got one stage left in this issue, and that is 26. Wow, what a surprise! 26 comes after 25. I'm amused by the little things in life, everybody. Us more simple people are easily entertained. Here we go. Let's see here. Oh, carefuling. Okay, a lot more little plastic bits. Ooh, we get to use a mod. Okay, I know a few people have mentioned in the comments, but yes, I'm fully aware of the great Mike Lane mods. Mike Lane. But yeah, we got this fantastic thing, this Delco battery sleeve. And we might do just a touch of painting on this stage. Not that we're really going to... Oh, no. Well, the battery terminals are already silver. Even though in real life, I think they're yellow, but I'm not sure. I'm going to have to look up a picture of a classic Delco battery, and I will return in just an ass hair of a nanosecond. Okay, we're going to put together... Wait, our battery is being modded. We're going to put this little control box together first, and a couple little DP screws through the back. So I searched for a vintage Delco battery, and I stumbled upon a website that sells vintage car batteries for restoring vintage cars. And lo and behold, when I put in Cadillac, one of the three options or so was, actually there was, like 8 options, but one of them looks exactly like this battery, and it says Cadillac Antique Auto Battery 1957 to 1968, which this falls in Delco S60KR. Now they build it with AGM tech, so it just looks like an old Delco battery, but it's a absorbed glass matte modern battery. That's cool, but it has very, very yellow caps. So what I did is I took some Tamiya XF3 flat yellow. I could have used a gloss yellow. I don't think it matters too much. And I painted my little caps with my meager painting skills. Quite mediocre, I must say. And hand painting Tamiya paint, especially the lighter colors, they don't cover that well. So I kind of globbed it on there. So we're waiting for those to dry. But we got our little box here. And then we're going to bolt this thing right near the horns in the front, like, yeah, with a couple IP screws. So we'll return shortly, or BRB for either Eric. Oh, God, I know too many Erics now. Be right back. Okay, so that's pretty cool, is the mic. I folded up the Mike Lane thing. It's metal, okay? It's thin metal, this thing, with 3M high-quality double-sided tape on the back. And it is a Group 60 battery, and the part number on that classic Cadillac battery website said S60KR, so I guess that stood for Group 60. Now we're going to peel off the backing paper of the 3M adhesive. Ooh, I love adhesive. Oh, baby. I'm like an adhesive aficionado. And we're going to take our battery here and try to get this lined up just right. There we go. Not quite. Carefuling. Now, this is metal. If you don't get this thing on right, you don't want to try to peel it off. But yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, we're squeezed on. Look at that. I mean, it's just a plain plastic box on the sides before. And I don't know if you're really going to notice it when the model's built. Oh, but what the hell, And there's our yellow. I guess this would be to top it up with distilled water, because, this wasn't a maintenance. These batteries back in the day were not maintenance free. Everyone these days, you just get in your car, turn on the key, blah, blah, But part of the maintenance of a vehicle back in the day was topping off the electrolyte or the fluid in the battery. Generally, I think it was just distilled water you topped them off with. I could be wrong. Please correct me in the comments. You'll get a sticker for damn sure. But you did have to top off your batteries back in the day because they would vent and, evaporate or whatever. Oh, look at that. Oh, man, that's cool. Okay, and yellow terminals, it's so bright. These you'll see when you open the hood. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you have to. These you'll see when you open the hood. The sides, I don't know, but better safe and modded than sorry in stock. I'm kidding. You don't have to do what I'm doing. If you don't want to paint anything, you don't have to paint anything. I'm a very, very mediocre painter, especially with a brush. Airbrush, I could make it. I can make through things, but the hand brushing, I am out of my depth. And my buddy Todd on his website, he did not paint his battery terminals yellow. Boo! And we're gonna get this thing bolted on to the hanging to the brackety do thing. Where is it? I guess it goes probably somewhere around, probably right meh. Meh. There we go. Yeah, that's, that battery bracket's going to go right there. And we're going to bolt the battery down to the bottom of this. So we will be back in a few. All right, well, we got our little battery tray bolted in there. She's looking nice. Okay. And we'll put that over there. Let's just get you out of the way for now. Oh, the oil reservoir. One screw goes all the way up in here. You got to put the cap on and try to get it aligned like that. And then one screw through the bottom there. And then we're going to bolt this thing into the front here. And once again, weird combination of screws. We got to use a DM screw at the back of it and an EM at the front of it. DM, that's EP, DM, IP, DM, EM. There's an EM. I don't know. I don't know why. Reasons again. Reasons. We'll be back shortly. All right, so we're gonna get our whole radiator. There's the oil tank right there. And then we're gonna get our whole radiator assembly. Now you got to get the front of your radiator hose here to go into the hole right there, and I think that's it. Okay. I think that's it. Make sure the pins of the two radiator hoses on the front of the engine slide in. Wait a second. Is there another? Oh, there's another radiator hose down at the bottom that I missed. How are you supposed to do that? Okay, hold on. We're going to have to get creative here. Let's get our screwdriver in here. Oh, this is a fiddly son of a... Okay, I can't do this on camera. You're all making me nervous staring at me. I'll be right back. Okay, this was a little fiddly to get in, but we got it in. We used some long non-marring. These are smooth-jawed pliers. And we just grabbed a hold of that lower radiator hose and just eased her into the hole there. And then again up there, and then make sure you fully seat it down. Then one EM screw goes in from, I'm sorry, I'm zoomed in. One EM screw goes in from either side there. I bolted down my little plastic tab, which is the ground strap, the ground connector. And then we got to take our two little hoses here and put those onto these battery terminals. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple stuff there. Okay. Battery terminals look pretty good. They're nice. They don't need any paint or anything. And we're gonna get this other end of this hose here onto the ground strap, and then that will be connected to the negative battery terminal. And this hose is too long. This hose is a little long. You can shorten up your hoses a little as needed. Most of them are all a little long, to be honest. That's fine. I'd rather have too much hose than not enough. Oh, geez. You know what come on. I've got it. And that's just a little push fit. She goes right in. And then we're gonna go back down here. And this one goes into there. That hose is actually a good length, or so I think so far. And we're going to take our little tweezer doodles and push that on there. And then we're going to squeeze the top and the bottom of your battery as you're putting in this terminal, so you don't snap any plastic, because this part is plastic. And yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's in. And there we go. Got our negative battery terminal, or positive, going to this little box here, some sort of control box. Wonder if I have a water slide decal for this. That might be nice. And that is it, everybody. We're all done. Really, the only mods we did, we added the Mike Lane battery sleeve to make it look more Delco, and you know, vintage. And then we painted the little maintenance ports on our battery bright yellow. just as they look on a vintage Delco battery of the era. Awesome. That's great. Okay, engine bay's coming together. A lot of plastic here. This one bar on the top is metal, but it doesn't matter. How heavy do you need to, like, what do you need to prove? And then some of these things are probably just really difficult to mold out of metal anyway, like these inner fender liners. These things are pretty complex, and I don't think they need to be metal. They're fine. And this is, damn, this is rigid. This is really, really nice and sturdy up here. That is so cool. And weight check. Oh my God, is that thing heavy? All right. Well, if you've catched any screw-ups or you have any tips or anything like that, like, subscribe, comment. Please click the Fanhome links below to check out the Ecto-1 build. It actually helps the channel. But click the links below. You don't have to buy anything, but you could just see how awesome this thing is when it's done. And, yep, the wheels still steer. Okay, very good. Man, this is heavy. Holy hell, Batman. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of spare screws after this thing. Jeez, there's so many extra screws left over. Did I screw something up? No, I don't think so. No, we're okay. I don't know why there's so many extra screws. But, whatever. We'll take it. We'll take it where we can get it. But a massive thing. Already, I mean, it's not 3 feet long, but damn. Once the whole front end and rear end and the bumpers and the grills and all that go on, probably pretty close to 3 feet. So awesome. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for coming. We'll see you next time on Pit Stain Hobbies. Don't forget to do all the things, you know. There we go. And I'll see you next time. Adios, everybody.